The floor is lava!
Oh my god!
The storm has now arrived. Hello guys, Songboy13. Obviously I know I've been delayed over the last few days due to my recent schedule, but better late than never. For this special Christmas video, obviously I can't put any music because of YouTube's guidelines, and I obviously have to respect those. But I'm going to be doing my opinion on my top 10 Owl City songs. So, which albums will it be on? The only albums I'll be featuring, please don't criticise me on some albums I won't be featuring, will be the Ocean Eyes one, Midsummer Station, All Things Bright and Beautiful, and there's the 2015 album which Songboy13 has forgot the name of it, so it's the captions on there. But anyways, I'm going to be doing a top 10 selection of those. Which one is my number one all-time favourite Owl City song? We'll have to find out. So let's begin the top 10 countdown. Well, decided to do it back in. It was freezing out, and of course I'm not having a Christmas Eve video shivering my brains off. So without further ado, let's crack on. Top 10 Owl City songs, beginning with number 10. On second thought, I'm going to do 12 songs. The reason why, I just can't decide. There are 12 particular Owl City songs I'm probably, particularly a huge fan of. So, that's why I've decided to increase from 10 to 12. So, I can do what I want. My video, my opinion on my top 10. So, let's begin with number 12, and don't worry, that number is not changing. Beginning on our list on number 12, it's Tidal Wave. This one is a happy, chill track, you know. Basically, you listen to it, it just puts your mind in a completely different world, you know, like you're in a beach somewhere, like in South Florida or in Dubai. But, you know, there's got a lot of calm vibes on that song, you know, like there's never any, like, you know, really negative vibes that go with it. It's a nice, beautifully chilled, probably one of the most chilled Owl City songs I've listened to. It's not my favourite, but it's certainly, you know, if you had a stressed day, this is something really peaceful to listen to, or on a journey home, or on a journey, whatever you're going to. There's also even a little spiritual reference in that song. I cling dearly to the hope and joy that is found in Jesus Christ. My faith is a big part of who I am and why I make music. All I have belongs to Him. Tidal Wave is also about running hard and racing for the prize with both eyes locked on the finish line, so that one day the words "well done, good and faithful servant" might be heard. Let's move on. Number 11 is the Saltwater Room. It could have been a lot higher, but wasn't. I don't know why. I just, based on how the song arrangements went in Owl City, I mean, I don't know, but there's like 30-40 different Owl City songs, so to get a number 11 is a pretty decent effort. But there's a reason why I'm particularly into that song. It's not my favourite. It obviously details a very specific relationship, you know, between two people who are separate by distance. They truly love each other, although the distance has made them grow apart, and it seems that though they cannot always make things work. So that's how the message of the song from the Saltwater Room goes. It's a good song, but it's probably not it's not the song that really gives me the wow factor, but it's a good song nonetheless, and that's why it's at my top 12. Number 10 on the list is On the Wing. Probably one of the longest Owl City songs, but this is a really another chilled song. The main message of the song, it's about how Adam, who's the lead singer of Owl City, felt the presence of love for a brief moment, and how he longs to find it once again in the form of Owl City. It also can give you like a, you know, pass from memory lane, whether you've been through a tough time thinking about your relationship. But this is kind of like a love factor song, if that makes any sense to you. Basically, pay attention to the lyrics, and it's got a really, really good, you know, movement to that song. So that's why it's out of my top 10. Number 9, You're Not Alone. This is definitely probably the most special Owl City song I've listened to. It may not be my best, it might not be my all-time favourite, but this definitely has one of the most powerful messages across the whole band. It's basically, you know, especially when you're in a depressed state, you're never on your own. You're always going to have a spirit that always takes you on to the next step or the next platform, whatever, and just, you know, keep the positivity up. Adam Young also said, it taps into the sentiment and emotionally that everyone can relate to. In your darkest moments, sometimes Jesus chooses to draw on nearest to you, he continued. You're reminded that he is there with you, that he has your back. He is an amazing, life-transforming thing. The song is simply a reminder that God is there for those who call upon him. It's a little bit surprising, but I actually didn't know Owl City was a Christian band. Learn something new every day. Number 8. Number 8, Metropolis. Oh, that song. I really, really love listening to this song. I can listen to it for hours and hours upon end and never get bored of it. Why did I choose this as number 8? While again, it's not my all-time favourite, it's certainly not my least favourite. It's certainly got something of that song. But having just a simple listen to that song, it kind of like is obviously it's an American band, but it definitely just gives my mind across a peaceful mind of the United States. I know it's a little bit random for one message, but that's something that it's also slightly futuristic, which I love. And of course, you may not know this, but it apparently is an obvious nod to Superman comics. If you've never heard of that, check out the actual music video for Metropolis and you'll find out why. Number 7, Embers. Oh boy, I love that song. It's like gives me a huge amount of energy, you know, like especially if you're out for a run, or what do I need to do to boost my optimism up? Listen to that song. It is certainly quite a powerful song, I would admit. The main message of the song finds Adam Young, imagine this is a music video on this, aka Owl City, acknowledging that everyone goes through dark days, but a trick is obviously to stay focused on the light up ahead. So it's like a ray of sunshine when you listen to the song. Just perfect. Well, it's not completely perfect. I know there's a few songs that for me is better, but for some people this is probably their number one. Just a perfect example of, you know, finding light through the dark, depressing times. We're at number 6. Number 6, Dreams Don't Turn to Dust. Boy, some of the lyrics in this song is just absolutely brilliant. Adam Young has really sung that song incredibly well. Main message on that song, it can only be understood in the context of Adam Young's faith. Being a Christian, he has a paradigm that makes a distinction between the world that God created and the world system that defies all that is derivative, ugly, immortal, demonic, useless, vain, mortally inherent, and oriented towards spectacle and the worship of things and creatures rather than oriented toward the worship of God and the true non-derivative beauty of the world that God created. So the world system is that which God has allowed Satan to control for a time, and with which of his lyrics Adam refers to as the real world. Real world could be understood as a tongue-in-cheek reference to the world system referenced above. In Adam's way of describing the world, dream world is the actual real world. Therefore, real world is about that system. When he speaks of the beautiful elements in the world, i.e., those made by God, those are the ones that are overwhelming. In a nutshell, the song expresses the longing that a person who has been redeemed from the real world has for their true home, one known in dreams, and alludes into the dazzling dusk of sunsets during his life, but later on in life to known as in reality, as the dreamer will one day awake. C.S. Lewis's writings can provide insight into these thoughts, as in the writing of the final battle, time wakes up. And of those who are not Christian, why did I choose this song? It's about following in your dreams and never giving up on them. Simple as that. Now, with our top 5. Number 5, Up All Night. It's probably one of the most recent Owl City songs, even if it was out like 5 years ago. But this is another very, very, you know, energetic song. Can't say it tonight. But you know, listen to it and immediately a ray of sunshine hits you. Main message of the song, it's mainly just a brief one. Talks about a romantic exchange of longing, sorry, between lovers. And of course, it's, for some they would reference as a romantic-like song. So, you know, just, you know, if you want to get a girlfriend or something, you know, this lyrics may probably give you some of the similarity of it or something. But either that, the energy, the, you know, the instrumental, the collaboration of the all of the song together really fits in well, and it's definitely one of my top 5. Number 4, Fireflies. I absolutely love that song, and in fact this is one of the first Owl City songs I've listened to. I remember it was number 1 in the charts back in early 2010 for like 2 or 3 weeks. But everything was just brilliant. You know, Adam was, you know, I think that was him who was sang in the music video. He was just brilliant. I mean, you get loads, you know, like this is a very, very well created music video. Even back in like 8-9 years back, it's still, you know, very clever, very, very clever video. You know, all starts calm. You know, it's like you're in a dream as well. Obviously, this is never real. But, you know, with the toys and stuff, when he's on his own, you know, it's like it's a message saying it's all there for you. And the main true powerful message of the song, you can still be an adult and keep your childlike wonder, but you don't have to throw away all of the things of your childhood in order to level up to adulthood. So that's definitely one of the message of the Firefly song. There's also been other remix of this that's done brilliant, and even today, still love that song. We're now on to our top 3. Okay, number 3 on the list, we have Angels from Owl City. And boy, I absolutely love that song. There's just so many like different positive vibes with that song. You know, the different instruments arranged together. You know, Adam Young's vocals just absolutely incredible. Quite a few powerful messages in that song. Basically, it's about a distraught man, presumably named Adam Young, who asks for evidence of God's existence. He realizes angels exist on Earth in the spirit of pure-hearted people and finds hope and profoundness in his surreal life. And he also stated that I had never had a lifetime movie encounter with an angel, but I definitely do believe they exist, and I wanted to write a song to touch on that belief. Well, definitely will touch quite a few people with that song, and that is why it's in the top 3. Now, number 2 on the list, maybe a little bit of a surprise for some, Meteor Shower. Now, arguably, this is definitely one of the shortest Owl City songs, with literally just over 2 minutes long. But what that song reminds me of, for me, personally, it's like special little things is going to happen to your life. Like, let's say, throughout once of your life, you'll probably be witnessing a solar eclipse, or a extremely unusual weather phenomenon, which obviously blends in well with my personality, and I had to pick that. And it's just, despite, you know, the relatively short length of the song, it's just, you know, it captivates me, and it's very inspiring for me, and of course some very positive messages onto it, saying that this song is about Young being made new in Christ. He realises that he isn't his own person because God created him. He needs God to get through life. Another very Christian message. But yeah, this song is absolutely brilliant. Maybe short, but like I say, short but sweet. Finally, number 1 on top of the list. On this video, because I've done my top 12, not 10 Owl City songs, there are no honourable mentions in this, so we're going straight to the top spot, no messing about. Top spot, drum roll, Alligator Sky. That song is just a classic masterpiece. Where do I begin from it? If I had to shut my eyes listening to this song, it's like going through a whole new world. You know, in a very, very positive outcome on this. You know, it's like you're going to speed through negative consequences. You know, let's say you're dodging a lightning bolt, or you're speeding along 60 miles per hour, dodging the rough waves. That's what this kind of reminds me of in a really, really good way. It's current, even if this was released 5 years ago, maybe more than that. The lyrics are beautiful. The whole song is really, really inspiring. The main music video is about, well, Adam Young himself flying up to space. I don't know which state, but basically the main message of the song, it's about the power of imagination. Where was I when the rockets came to life and carried you away into the alligator sky? Even though I never know what's up ahead, I'm never letting go, I'm never letting go, he croons. But basically, this is why I absolutely love that song. If you've never heard of Owl City Alligator Sky, listen to it, even if it was like years back. Still probably one of the, well, it is the best Owl City song I've ever heard, and I don't know if it's going to be a tough one now for that, any new Owl City songs to beat that, but that's my top spot. So there you go, that is it for my top 12 Owl City songs. Thank you so much for taking the time out of other YouTube videos and viewing it. So, special Christmas Day video. I hope hope there's loads of thumbs up in this video. And also over the next few days, well, of course UK Weekly Weather will be up, but a couple more videos will be scheduled. I won't put them on certain dates, but it's going to be the UK Weather Summary 2017 bi-monthly statistics, and of course my weather pics of all of 2018. So there's more to come, so do not go away. All is in the description below, and of course give it a like, a comment and subscribe. And have a great rest of your Christmas and a Happy New Year. See you again soon. Storm's now out.